Hey, what's up guys? Kcric here, bringing you week 6 for DPL Game of the Week. So my co-host this week, I've known him for probably at least 5-6 years. It's been quite a while. You can go introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Gregulator60 here, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Simply fantastic.
Oh.
Thank you, Kcric. I know, right? What a throwback.
Man.
There's a whole generation of draft zoomers who have no idea what even is even referencing.
I know. Do you have do you have your channel still up with the videos, or not anymore?
Oh no, I privated everything.
Why'd you do that?
Just because sometimes you gotta close the book once you're done reading.
Don't tell me that. Do I have to close the book soon?
I mean,
we're both zoomers.
Do you have more to write?
We'll see. Maybe this game will tell us.
For sure.
If it's worth investigating or not. Last week I did the video with Vepsis, and
yeah,
the game we watched was good. I was also recommended to watch L5 and Undead. Did you watch that game?
I actually do. I think I watched it live. I cannot recall the outcome, though.
Well, it was the Mega Scizor with Vacuum Wave.
Oh, that's Undead is just so good, man.
Oh boy,
I remember that moment. That's a moment. For sure.
If I had to watch that video last week, the book might have been closed. And the whole channel might have been deleted. That would have been terrible.
Now that's a reason to close the book.
But yes, no, this is Gregulator, one of the admins of DPL. I believe you played season 2 and season 4, or season 3 and season 4.
Correct.
Ooh, there we go. Some trivia.
Number 2 for Zero Fox Given, the number 1 seed, and this Cash Gang, the number 1 seed. So I am a 2-time first seed curse member.
Wow, congrats!
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Unfortunately, congrats. Yes.
Has a 1 seed ever won?
Never in DPL.
That's crazy.
Actually, as a matter of fact, every number 1 seed has lost in the first round, except for season 3 Trick-or-Vi, which lost in the finals.
Yeah, that was an interesting season. We'll call it.
Yeah,
that.
Season. That's.
But it makes it memorable. If it's not interesting, then what's the point?
Exactly.
But yes. So yes, we have a former number 1 seed here. No, I never got to number 1 seed. I made playoff season 3, and I was.
You don't want to be a 1 seed at DPL.
Well, I'm a 1 seed and for the NU Premier League, which hopefully I'll post the battles sometime for that. I said that last season and didn't do it, but we were also number 1 seed last season, and we lost.
The number 1 seed is actually a DPL curse, because I have been a number 1 seed in both TDT and Clash of Kings, and my teams were able to win there.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, I blame Kcric, my captain, for both of those seasons. I'm just kidding. We got nothing but love for him.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we're going to be looking at his game this week against Zing, Geniusx.
Nice segue.
Yes. Oh, I'm trying. So yeah, they're both established veterans. If you guys don't know, you guys know at least Kcric. He's been we featured him a couple weeks ago. Geniusx also a veteran, one of the top all-time players of Draft League. Both have done LD, right?
Yeah, they're both former LD champions. Won a solo tournament back in the day, the Brawl for All, and Kcric was like top of GBA tournament or something, something like that. Yeah, they're both veterans. Draft League, yeah. Multiple team tour success, Clash of Kings champion, DPL captain, so LD champions, Hive champions. I can go on and on about these two.
A ton of accolades. But surprisingly, their overall records in TPL aren't super high. Now, it's competitive and all, so, I mean, you have to take it with a grain of salt. What's Genius's all-time record? It's 10-8. So it's good. Like, you want to go positive. And Kcric is 11-10. So maybe you would expect a little bit better coming from these two, like, established veterans than what the actual results are, but, like, they're just scary enough. You can't underestimate either of them for sure.
Yeah, winning is very hard in DPL because people spend so much time on their teams. It's ridiculous.
Well, you've done pretty well.
I mean, yeah.
You can't do that hard then.
Wait, hey, one of my wins is over you, pal. Let's not forget.
Oh, I forgot. No. Well, I see my record as 7-5 all time, and I see your record all time is 7-6.
Yeah, so like I said, winning is hard.
Yes, but anyway, I think we could hop into this battle. What are you under? itzGregulator?
Oh, I am.
Oh, you have how many alt? Which alt are you under?
I have
not. Do you have any? Right.
Actually, one of my alts was the 1 seed in the summer showdown. It was soon.
When was that? Oh, wait.
2018, I think.
Yes, man. that's a throwback to TTM.
TTM.
Yep. That was when
it was a boomer tournaments.
Yeah, the token minorities. They ran tournaments up until maybe 2019 or so. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
They were consistently big, at least 256, if not more, battlers playing in it. It was cool, and it got the community
very
involved.
Community-centric event, which I loved about the events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of just a shame that they're not really that prevalent anymore. Maybe it's because it's the end of the generation. But there was Cash Gangs tourney, there was Brawl for All, GBA did a couple. Not a ton of individual tourneys, unless if I'm missing any others.
There was the Trick House tournaments. Those happened. LDI was an event. That was a one-off, though. Just kind of fill the gap. But no, we're lacking tournaments. So that's a whole different video for another day.
Yes.
I put down my showdown name. It's a throwback. I logged on to ZFGregulator, which
did you remember the password?
I did.
So what's the ZFG? Is that like your org name? Because you are a professional Duel Links player, right?
Yes, I was semi-pro. But no, I was that's my DPL Season 2 team, ZFG. Which I was on with.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With Kcric and Zinc.
Yes. Oh, man.
So that's why I decided. That's why I picked this one.
That's a classic. Well, I forgot the name of my Season 2 team. It was Elliot and Carson.
Oh, Elliot and Carson. That was High Jump Keks.
Yes. Oh man, that was quite the time there. Oh, that
must have been the show. Okay, let me just make sure my team's saved.
All right, here we are with Genius's side against Kcric. So I kind of like Genius's side in this game. It's just a lot of mons I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, I've cooled on Gen 701 Muck. Zeraora I don't think is that great. Escadrille Sand kind of seems situational, but I think the makeup this team is actually pretty cool. I like the low tier stuff. I like Mega Slowbro. It's a pretty decent pivot on this team. Can take any physical hit. And Muck honestly can take any special hit if you really needed it to, especially with AV. So I like the look of this team, especially against Kcric side. One mon that is pretty annoying for me to take on is the Celesteela. I do have Zeraora, but it's very unpredictable on what it can do. Lead Seed seems pretty free. Granium Z, like Earthquake, could definitely be a possibility out of the Celesteela. but it could also just be defensive and just be pretty annoying to take down. Because outside of like Zeraora, I guess you need coverage with Latios, but it's not even Zeev move access, so I can't kill with like Gigavolt Havoc or something like that. Really only Zeraora's on it like immediately threatens it. But there's other coverage moves that I can maybe get around with them on. So Celesteela, definitely a big threat. Zygarde, it's Z access, so like Dragon Dance can be annoying for sure, but Slowbro should take it on with no issue. Comfey can be a little bit annoying, but Excadrill should really be a pretty decent stop, and a little Muck as well. And Mega Beedrill is just fast. It outspeeds Zeraora. Definitely annoying. Obviously, Excadrill will outspeed in Sand, but if I do bring that set. And I do have like Gigalith also that can take on Mega Beedrill with really no issue. So the first Pokemon I have here is Latios. Pretty tough to switch into. Comfey could switch in, predicting like a Drake or Meteor or even like a Thunderbolt. But Psychic's a 2-hit KO to max HP. So you have to watch out for that. It could be special defensive. I guess I would take it on fine. But if it's not like an offensive Comfey, then it's not going to be hitting that hard, and I'm not too worried about it. Thunderbolt hitting the Celesteela, definitely 2-hit KOing it, and then Drake and Meteor just hitting everything else in the team pretty hard. I guess like it's annoying that Mega Beedrill always revenges and Mienshao. Assuming that it's Scarf. I don't know if it's going to be Scarf this game, but Mienshao is like annoying. But outside of that, like there's really not much that can switch in onto this. I probably do want a Psychic early to predict the Comfey switch in, and then if it's low, it's going to be pretty tough to handle the Latios in the future between like Stealth Rocks and Sand Chip. Next we got Excadrill, enough speed to add speed. I believe it's max speed Necrozma. If it's modest at +2, situational there. It also outspeed the Scarf Mienshao, which is great. And outspeeds like a Celesteela that has a +2 speed boost if I'm in the sand. Because I'm Sand Rush, I will have Gigalith on this team. Rock Slide, Earthquake, really only coverage moves I need to hit the team. And then Substitute, Sword Stance. Substitutes there predicting like, say, I don't know, Stunfisk maybe is an answer with Earth Power and like Air Balloon. I could sub on that, then go for a Rock Slide, and then my substitute's broken, then I can kill on an Earthquake, or even go for another substitute. Sword Stance, I wanted a little bit more offensive pressure and potential sweeping capabilities there, especially if I can get a free switch in with the Gigalith. And Gigalith does have Explosion on this set, which was a big portion, because Excadrill could do pretty well this game. Celesteela does need to be a little bit weakened, but +2 Excadrill Rock Slide might 2-hit KO. Really depends on what the Celesteela spread's going to be. If it's like max defensive, then I'd be okay with that type of set. I have a lot of mounts I could take it on fine. Gigalith getting rocks up. Stone Edge, like Zygarde switches into this fine. Earthquake will definitely break subs, which is good. And even if he goes for a Coil, I can go for an Explosion in the future just to make sure Zygarde isn't behind a sub. But even then, I have Mega Slowbro, which I am going to be bringing in this game, and that really shouldn't be an issue. As long as it's like the Mega Slowbro is not that weakened, I should be able to take on Zygarde fine. And Earthquake is there for the Stunfisk. I'm not bothering to try to outspeed it. I should be able to take hits fine. Zeraora is next. A very bulky spread. If it's not Scarf Mienshao, it might outspeed based on like how the speed tiers work. You could run like an Advent Mienshao and just a lot more bulk. So I'm kind of banking off that. I also had max speed Zygarde, which is great. Bulk Up, Plasma Fist, Outrage, Knockoff. If I'm at +1, as like say if Stunfisk's the answer, if I bulk up, I should be able to beat Stunfisk one-on-one with Knockoff plus Outrage. I should be able to live 2 hits with the max HP. Unless it's like an offensive Stunfisk. But like Latios, Excadrill, even Gigalith already pressure Stunfisk anyway. And I have a Mega Slowbro in the back, so like I'm not terribly worried about Stunfisk, but in theory it could break through it. But if I get a bulk up, it should be tough for him to revenge kill this. And I have to beat a lot of things in the team. Mega Slowbro is next. I debated about Iron Defense on this set, and debated like Psyshock or something like that, but Ice Beam is just nice to like kill Zygarde or do a ton of damage to it. Scald is just the best overall coverage move. It doesn't hit the Poliwrath. I I guess Palarath is a little bit annoying to this build, but like I have answers for it, like Zero or Latios. Excadrill should do decent damage. I'm not too worried about it, but I guess in theory it could beat this mon. Maybe not even. It depends on the Palarath set. If I set up enough Calm Minds, might be able to beat it with Ice Beam. But pretty physically defensive. I don't think anything should really break it on that side, even though like Scarf Mancho at U-turn's not doing a lot. Mega Beedrill at U-turn is probably doing okay damage, but I should be able to shake it off fine. And then last is Alolan Muck. This might be the lead. This would outspeed the Necrozma, and I don't think he's going to expect the Alolan Muck to be like very fast. I believe I should knock it out, as long as it's not like physically defensive Necrozma with a knockoff plus a Gunk Shot or knockoff plus a Pursuit. And then if the Necrozma's down, even if I like say give up rocks, depends if I want to go for the taunt or not. I probably taunt the Stunfisk. If that's the lead, we'll see about that. But I should be fine against Stunfisk there. The defense allows me to live 2 drill runs from Mega Beedrill. Without rocks up, with rocks up, it's a roll. Hopefully, I should be able to take any like one other hit into a drill run. Maybe unless it's knockoff. So it's not the best Mega Beedrill answer, but I can pursue it. And I have a pretty decent chance to kill. Definitely would kill after rocks. So I also wanted Muck just to make sure if Mega Beedrill want to be cheeky and run T-Spikes that I have an answer for that. It really only affects Zeraora and the Slowbro, but good to have outs for that. Girder's not that bad if I want to, like a Mienshao plus a Beedrill initial switch in, I guess. And like Zygarde, it's a fine switch in there, but kind of wasn't sure how it was going to fit on the team. It could have been okay over this Muck slot, but I like the pressure it gives in Necrozma. Tangela didn't really consider in this build. Just too much bait for the Celesteela, especially if it's like a subset. So yeah, that's my team. Let's get right into the game.
Okay, it is. This is a very difficult matchup for Kcric in my opinion, but I might just be saying that because it is me, and I need an excuse for if I lose.
You'll be fine. But I actually agree. I think I have advantage in this, which I really like Kcric's team. Like, I like the versatility that it has with just all the raw setup. And also in combination with like a lot of months I don't like on Genius's side. But I feel like they mesh pretty well, especially getting Sand like for the last 2 picks. That's like really cool.
Yeah, it's a very interesting team to build with. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. As I anticipated, there's no Tangela. So that's kind of nice for me. For
Zygarde, like it opens up a little bit. I think that would have been the main reason. Oh, I see a Poliwrath. I did not even notice that. What is Poliwrath do?
There is a Poliwrath.
See, I noticed, what was it? Like, Poliwrath gets, like, no physical moves. Physical fighting moves. So I think I was prepping for it the other week when I had this mock battle, and I was scared of Poliwrath, like a belly drum set, which you're probably going to bring as I say that now. And it didn't have fighting coverage, so it really couldn't do anything, and it wasn't a threat at all.
Yeah, it's they did Poliwrath dirty, but it's fine.
Well, it gets close combat now, right? And
I have no idea.
I guess you wouldn't know. Have you played any Gen E games?
I have. I played.
We played LD.
But yeah, we did some LD stuff, so I know a little bit. Okay, so you are gonna lead with the Alolan Muck.
Okay. Mienshao is annoying. Like I have Slowbro that like switches into it for days, but outside of that, it's annoying. High Jump Kick. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Life Orb.
It is indeed.
I don't like the look of that. And I have regular. I gotta put regular Slowbro on the calc if I'm gonna bother with it.
Yeah, I will just assume you are some type of physical defensive set.
Pretty defensive. Toxic. That's annoying. That's a cool set. It's going to wear me down a decent bit. And assuming that's... I don't think that's reckless. especially with being Life Orb. Okay, that's a pretty bulky Necrozma, which I would have expected because the speed tiers are kind of weird.
Right.
For Genius's side. Like I mentioned, Mienshao might also be adamant just based on the speed tiers. So like, there's definitely like downsides to some of the team here.
Some of the choices of Zing's team.
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of like you kind of have to like play some like mind games with how fast is that itzGregulator really. So under sand, you don't need a whole lot.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, this Mienshao's definitely wearing me down more than I like it to.
Oh, you are going to Mega Evolve here. That might help.
It definitely should help. I didn't want to risk dying there. I could have made a double, so I think high jump kick was a pretty decent play there. But
yeah, I totally.
I'm sure. You're happy
I think you could say I'm happy.
Yeah, no,
I think getting rid of the regenerator on the Slowbro is so huge, especially for opening up potential Zygarde, the Beedrill, a ton of stuff here.
Oh, no, I definitely agree with that. Now we got Monkin. What are you going to do against this? You're not
we'll
Z,
see.
right? I believe you got Meteor Power.
Meteor Beam.
Oh, Meteor Beam? Oh, I just lose.
That's the broken side. Oh, you're going to pursue. Okay. Oh, you're pretty fast.
I'm not that fast. It looks like a pretty bulky Necrozma. Oh, Mago Berry. That's a cool set. That's too bad it's dead.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite unfortunate. There.
Yeah. No, this is a fast muck trying to speed creep the Necrozma, because I don't think it runs a lot of speed in this game.
Yeah, I don't think it really needs to, so that's kind of nice for you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the berry, and I just die to a high jump kick unless I have Protect.
Yeah, I think Protect is kind of nice if you have it, and you don't. Okay.
Of course I don't.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. With Z-moves, you can never like underestimate the ability to Protect here. Okay, so I think the monster is in. I kind of tabbed out, so I don't actually know if... Okay, this is 80. I need to know the difference between... Okay, yeah, this thing's a menace.
What, Latios?
Yeah. I don't like this one, dude. It scares me.
Yeah, I don't really know what the answer is to this.
There is no answer.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a Life Orb Latios.
Yeah. No, I figured Life Orb was pretty decent. I considered Specs, but with the Comfy at least somewhat there. I don't know how likely Comfy is this game.
Yeah, Comfy has a big nice problem with both the Muck and the itzGregulator.
Exactly.
So
yeah. So
it could leave you pretty.
I think it's kind of unlikely. But like if you can wear down the Muck, I guess. But wearing down the Muck is tough. But having the Mienshao is definitely nice to do so. Protect. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm guessing it's more. I don't think Thunderbolt should have done that much of special defenses. Probably physical defensive for like the itzGregulator. I think that makes a decent bit of sense there.
Possibly, yes.
And having it worn down is also nice in general for the itzGregulator too.
No, very much. It means you don't have to Swords Dance to kill it with a Z move at this range.
I can't kill it with Steelium Z or Groundium Z, so you're fine. There's no
I mean,
way.
true, but
I don't think there's a way.
There's Rockium.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should have brought that.
Yeah. Perhaps. Just a little bit.
Wow, going for the double protect. And toxic.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's going to get me anywhere. Not going to lie. That was just too much.
Yeah.
That was just too much damage, unfortunately.
But the Beedrill comes out and just kills me with a pursuit right here, so I don't really know what I do.
Yeah, if I had pursuit, I really wanted to fit that, but it's just so hard. Oh my god, that does so much.
That is a lot of damage, man.
Did not anticipate that happening at all. What can I do here?
Oh, I don't like the look of this.
Right. Yeah, this is quite a problem for you.
Yeah, I do not like this. That does nothing.
It does not. It does not, unfortunately. Oh, what could I go into? So I kind of need to find a way. Oh.
Get the freeze? Nope. Third chop. Oh, that's cool.
I clicked way too fast. I could have clicked a water move, but it's fine.
Oh, you're good.
And this thing's back out.
Yep. Yeah, Rain Dance Polytoad is pretty good.
I think especially with Kcric, he needs to really find a way to prevent the itzGregulator from... Oh, we catch a very nice hit there.
Yeah, it's definitely good damage, but I'm also fine
giving that up.
Not getting a Rain Dance up again.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice trade for you.
Yeah, as long as I can still keep the sand, I think I'm in not the worst position. But this is going to be unfortunate for you.
No.
I took it not that bad. Probably because Arrow is just a bad mon. But
yeah, I mean, Zygarde is known for being really, really fat too, so you can't discount that.
Yeah.
And the monster is in.
Yep.
And this is where the problems start happening.
Yeah. Try to get a cheeky sub up. Didn't work.
I could see that.
Yeah. How much is Zeraora doing? Oh, it looks like it's a pretty bulky Zygarde.
Yeah. If you want to kill me, I think you might have to burn your Z-move.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, like, I was debating between Rocky MZ and Ground MZ. But Ground just really nice to get a ton of damage off.
I could see that for sure. Okay. So this itzGregulator is Z move. Let me do a quick calc. And what am I looking to do?
This is interesting that this came in.
Yeah, I totally did not anticipate this going down the way it did.
Or it's just bulky Mienshao that can live a hit.
Yeah, it possibly is. We don't know.
I guess you would know.
I mean, I would know.
So there's a... I'm currently drinking...
Oh
no!
That's the game.
GG.
Yeah, that is indeed it.
That's definitely the downside of Gen 7 Mienshao. No close combat.
Yeah.
I have a Mienshao on my Draft League World Series team. I haven't used it yet in 3 games, but it always seems like a cool mod.
It is, yeah. I think that close combat really shows why in Gen it's a lot better here.
And Reckless is cool, like situationally.
It is correct.
Okay,
yeah, that.
I'm kind of surprised it's kill.
It's a B drill.
Yeah,
it is a B drill.
Yeah,
I have 1540 defense. Sorry, excuse me.
That is true. Are you like just max speed at speed Zeraora?
I'm actually not. I am a very fat, specially defensive B drill.
Ooh, that's
so
cool.
I think potentially like because
I had no speed on my Zeraora.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. I had some speed. I was at 211. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, because excuse me, I am on a base form B drill because I wanted to see. Yeah. So I was thinking about switching into Latios with this thing because I am pretty especially bulky, but with the sand and a potential pursuit, and I was unevolved. I didn't really want to risk that. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should have because I really need to keep that Celesteela healthy. I think there was a big reason why. That team, I think, in my opinion, is such a threat to me. Because that Latios plus itzGregulator60 places so much pressure on Celesteela. It's insane.
Yeah, and like if Latios can't kill him, itzGregulator's gonna kill him, and vice versa.
Right.
And like I could honestly see like I don't know how to work, but like a Dragon Dance Lati, but I don't know, like a Dragon Dance plus Thunderbolt and like Draco Meteor or Psychic or something like that. Also working out in this game if like itzGregulator's gonna be the breaker to wear down the itzGregulator. Cause like especially like Latios like Scarfed is like good this game. That's beating Mancho in general, but if you can get like plus 1 speed.
Or being able, even in that case, it would give you an out to some type of Calm Mind Convey, being able to trick it.
Yes.
Like that as an option.
Yeah.
So yeah, that had merit for sure.
Yeah. So I think it'll be tough for Kcric, but like he just like again his team is like can be very creative. So like the Rain Dance Polyrath was cool. I didn't really honestly prep much for the Polyrath, but it makes sense. It makes sense why it was brought.
For sure, I think.
And what I saw, I figured it was
better. Yeah.
Yeah, just getting
a better, perhaps. I'm washed, so.
Oh.
That's why I'm on the sidelines.
That's why you're in charge.
Exactly.
There you go.
So I don't have to do this anymore.
It's fun though.
It is.
It's more fun watching the games. It's more fun when you don't have to put the stakes into it. See, like, so I'm it's weird because I've been doing more of the Smogon tournaments now, and that's like, like I left the scene just because like people are so toxic back in like Gen 6 of Smogon, and then I switched over to Draft, and that's everything. But like in the last year or so, I've like dabbled back into it, and like what's definitely a plus is like I don't have to like in these team tours, like you could just pull up a team 5 minutes beforehand and just play a game, and you have a decent chance to win anyway. And I think that's what a decent amount of people do. Not everybody, and like people will scat and maybe change up sets or so, but the time commitment, like not having to put those hours in, is just super nice.
No, it really is. Just being able to load a team and play, invaluable.
Yeah. It's because you can't even like, you just have to prep for like a whole meta game in general, which I think is honestly easier than just prepping for 8 specific mods, because you have to know what every single move is and what potential permeations there are and such. Like,
right, and then that's also a repetitive process as well, like iterative, very iterative. You have to go through many variations of a team if you want to optimize it. Whereas in a Smogon or in a standard metagame, you just make a meta call, where you scout and you make a pick based off their playstyle, and like everything will make sense still within the meta game itself. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I'm sure that's kind of similar with Duel Links too.
Yeah, or card games in general. So, more or less.
No, yeah, for sure. But okay, yeah, we can hop right into the game here.
I'm so ready for this game.
Okay, so hopping into this battle, do you have the right 6? Oh, Stunfist came.
Yeah.
And for me, it's all 6. So none of the baby Pokemon.
Yeah. Right. The fact that I see, so there's a couple things that kind of validate what I was thinking while building Zing's team or Kcric's team, excuse me, is that he views Zeraora as a much bigger threat than Muck and potentially the Latios. I don't know. It's tough because the reason I try to stay away from Stunfisk builds is that it too freely lets in the Latios. So whereas you need to, like, instead of click a status move or Re of Rocks, you have to account for the Latios coming in. Yeah. So I didn't like Stunfisker there. And then the Zeraora as well. So he must have been more afraid of Zero if he's going to bring the Stunfisk over the Poliwrath. I mean, not like Poliwrath is a good Pokemon or anything.
Yeah.
It just shows you where his priorities were. And then you brought the same 6, probably.
Yeah.
To me.
I slightly considered Girder. I didn't really consider Tangela in this game, just because the Celesteela is there.
It's just crazy because a lot of people draft Tangela for Zygarde, but when you're pair Zygarde with mons like Celesteela, Necrozma, Beedrill, really makes it difficult to justify bringing a Tangela to a game.
Exactly. Yeah. It makes it a little bit easier, I guess, in Gen 7, just because you have hidden power. So I guess in theory you have the option to not be bait behind a substitute, but just Muck just has better stats. So I thought that was a slightly better bring. But yeah, the Stunfisk, I considered bringing Air Balloon, Zeraora, just for, even though 1000 Airs would still hit it, just for the Stunfisk.
Yeah, come in for free, potentially. Maybe set up a substitute on it.
Yeah, so he didn't bring the Comfy either. And I thought Comfy was a little bit of a bigger threat. Life Orb, Giga Drainer, Life Orb, Draining Kiss. But I guess Muck just always beats it anyway.
Yeah, I think the issue is the Muck is... The Comfy can't do much to the Muck. So if you're going to attack the Muck, you're most likely going to get your item knocked off.
Yeah.
And if you're holding something potentially the Berry, or I don't even know what a boosting item like Pixie Plate.
Sure.
It's gonna get knocked off, and you're gonna lose your value off of that, and you're making yourself weaker to the Excadrill. You can't come in on the Latios, so it makes sense why you chose to not bring the Comfey.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe, I don't know. I guess Celesteela is gonna be special offensive. Were you special defensive Necrozma?
No, I was just max HP Necrozma.
Okay.
Max, I think it was max attack or close to it. Just because, like you mentioned earlier, the speed tiers are so interesting.
Yeah.
And by interesting, I mean horrible for Genius.
It kind of happens with Sand and also having a Zeraora.
Right. And then your defensive core, your balance core is 30 and 50 speed.
Yeah, super slow. Even Tangela and Girder are also really slow.
Right.
Yeah, so that all seems...
And we saw in our mock battle that the Mienshao was actually able to wear down the Slowbro because it was able to be adamant. It was able to come in, fire off attacks.
Yeah.
So.
And you don't want to mega right away with the slow. You want to wait as long as possible.
Yeah, hold that regenerator so you can keep coming in.
Yeah, I was actually Calm Mind, Scald Ice Beam, so maybe I should have been something to pressure Mienshao a little bit more. But I didn't think it was going to do as much damage as what it was doing.
Yeah, that's kind of why I went with a set like that, because I figured okay, Ice Beam is mandatory. There's a freaking Zygarde.
Yeah.
I assume there'd be a status move because you need to threaten Necrozma.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of thought.
But there's also a Muck. But yeah, no, I mean my Muck was a little bit weirder to try to beat Necrozma.
Yeah, and then you need to be able to way to punish Celesteela. So if you're Psychic Ice Beam, and then there's a sub-seed Celesteela, you're not breaking through that.
Exactly.
So I kind of figured, okay, if my Mienshao's fatter, can take an Ice Beam, it could potentially take a Skull. Hopefully I don't get burned. Might be asking a lot, but that was kind of my thought process. I only built for 20 minutes, which is 19 more minutes than I was normally spend on these days.
5-minute builds are the best builds. You know it.
They are. Those Speed Tour days.
Ah, man. 15-minute battles for like hundreds of dollars.
That's the way to do it.
That's crazy.
And a t-shirt. And a t-shirt. And a t-shirt.
Oh. Oh, man, a t-shirt.
Can't forget the t-shirt.
Yeah, and UDL did like a shirt as like a second place prize, which I think was more valuable than the money prize, honestly.
Yeah, it's a sentimental item.
Oh, of course. I have a couple Mon shirts. Not many. I wouldn't wear it in public. That'd be crazy. But the support, no, it doesn't matter. But all right. So what do we think are going to be leading here? I guess you know Kcric's side a little bit better. I can honestly see, like from like looking at Zing's side, I could see Sand Gigalith leading if you want to just get rocks up early. And if you want to, like, maybe EQ, like, a potential lead Stunfisk, like, just to get a weakened, so that way Zeraora can punish a little bit more. But I think Stunfisk seems kind of likely as our rocker, so I would probably lead Gigalith or lead just, like, Latios and just fire all strong attacks early.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if you're Kcric, what you want to do is that you want to punish the Gigalith for setting Stealth Rock, because based off his team composition, his only potential defogger is Beedrill, which does not beat Gigalith 1v1, meaning that if he wants his Beedrill to be effective, he needs to prevent rocks from going up immediately, or at least punish you for doing that. So that's one method that he could do, which would result in like probably a Mienshao lead, or possibly Zygarde. The second side of the coin is the Latios exerts an immense pressure on both the Celesteela, the Stunfisk, and the Necrozma. So if he wants to be able to guard against Latios, he needs to probably lead one of those three Pokemon that I just mentioned. And out of those three Mons, I think the best option for him is the Celesteela. Now, the Celesteela will yield rocks, and it doesn't necessarily hurt the Gigalith back. Because, you know, Heavy Slam doesn't
Heavy Slam's not going to do a lot. Flash Can's not going to do a lot.
Right, because of the sand boost. So whatever Kcric is thinking, we'll get a lot of information just based off of what he decides to lead and what he views as a bigger detriment to his team. Is it the Stealth Rock going up immediately, or is it making sure he doesn't get punched in the mouth by a Latios? So it'll be interesting to see.
So you think Celesteela is going to be more defensive this game?
I think it has to be. Because your autotomized sets need to be fast, and you cannot afford to be as bulky, which means you're putting yourself at risk from taking a hit and then being in range of a Rocky MZ by the Excadrill.
Yep. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And it's just whether it's physically or especially defensive. But I think like Elite Seed is also just free this game. Like I don't think Tangela realistically ever comes. And even if it does, you just air slashes. That's whatever. But like sub lead seed just seems really, really nice this game.
Right. I would probably lead Mienshao just because, you know, I like to be aggressive. I like to set the tone of the match. If he leads Latios, we'll also get some information on the Mienshao set. So I think it gives you more opportunity to build your Mienshao in a way to mitigate the Latios somehow, like through either an Assault Vest, being Choice Scarf and threatening it like that. So like you could be able to pivot into Necrozma like that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I would also say Genius is a little more offensive, like of an offensive player than Kcric is. So I could see Genius going for also like maybe going with your mind says expecting like the Mienshao to lead, expecting Gigalith to lead, and just lead Latios. I would imagine it's going to be a Latios Mienshao lead.
Yeah.
You think it's the same?
I think so as well.
All right, let's see what we got here. Slowbro. Okay, no teleport. And then a Mienshao lead.
It is. Okay, so this is kind of nice because it kind of gives kind of like ensures that Genius knows exactly what Kcric is thinking. Is that he's expecting the Gigalith or the Latios to come in, so he's already in the Mienshao response right away.
Yeah.
And so separate from how our mock went where you had to go into the Slowbro right away, he can just force the U-turn and then fire off a Scald and kind of just, you know, get some information at this point.
Yeah, exactly, because nothing really wants to take a Scald. Kind of interesting that he didn't go for a U-turn there. Maybe not I don't know. I guess if you're Scarfed, it doesn't matter if you're Life Orb. Like, I don't think revealing an item really matters. And you don't reveal an item anyway unless if you're Life Orb. Or I guess Banded.
Yeah. I think it's also interesting that he went into the Celesteela. So as we've been saying, this thing is super pressured by the Latios and the itzGregulator60. Letting this take damage from a Slowbro, I don't think is very ideal.
No, not at all. I feel like Necrozma was pretty safe there. But it does look like it's a special defensive Necrozma based on this damage here. So maybe it's like... Or Celesteela, yeah. So I guess that's the point, taking on the Slowbro plus the Latios. And getting a Toxic on it. Okay. It's not bad.
We see why.
Oh, actually, yeah, go for it.
We see why his response was the Celesteela, because it has Toxic. He wants to chip the Slowbro because it is a big issue for a potential Zygarde, for the Mienshao. It can probably chew a hit from the Beedrill, let's be honest.
Oh, of course.
So getting a status on this Slowbro is a big deal, but it's coming at the cost of damage on Celesteela. That's very crucial damage because Celesteela is not a mon that can just recover very easily. So most of that chip will stick.
No Restless Generation. It has Rest Generation 8.
It does? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like not many people run it like ever, but
no, I thought it's only set as Meteor Beam.
No, it's Rest. It has Cosmic Power, like Cosmic Power Rest Celesteela. Like how do you break through that?
Oh my gosh, you learn something new every day.
That was cool. It actually looks like the Celesteela isn't fully special defensive, like maybe like a mixed spread or something like that. But
yeah,
but
I brought a mixed spread to my mock because, like you mentioned, you have to cover the Latios and the itzGregulator. So you probably need investment on both sides to deal with that.
Exactly. Getting lucky, not getting burned twice with Scald, so that's definitely nice. But probably more special attacking moves, I imagine, out of the Celesteela, if you're going to be risking a burn chance from the Slowbro. Leseed is pretty free there. I guess you could go for subs. I think the Monk can afford to be like pretty offensive this game, so I imagine Knockoff would break the sub, especially if it's leftovers, not like a Z move or something like that.
Yeah, especially if you want to punish that Necrozma, you need some type of investment.
So we see
who the Z user is.
Yeah, Zygarde. What do we think it's Granium Z or Dragon Z? I think it has to be one of those two.
Yeah, I was personally Dragon Z on my set just because it stronger base power and like the Dragon resists the itzGregulator, it's never coming in. So like if you wanna work less hard to get your kill on the Slowbro, I think Dragonium Outrage is a way to go about it.
Yeah.
It depends if you only have 2 attacking moves, then you'll have an option for a third move, in which case you'd be Groundium.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And the Slowbro is a switch in, which makes a lot of sense. 1,000 waves. Okay.
Oh.
That 1,000 waves is going to trap this Slowbro in. You can't teleport out. So definitely predicting the Slowbro to beat a switch in. Huh, this is interesting.
That's very interesting because 1,000 waves, for those of you who don't know, prevents Pokemon from switching out. The Slowbro is trapped. It's taken a Toxic, so it's been chipped to 76%.
Chipped for, I guess it opens up the Mienshao too.
Yeah. Like a Scarf Mienshao, perhaps.
Yeah. No, I mean, that looks pretty threatening outside of like itzGregulator and Sand or something like that.
Lured it somehow, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, a Zygarde, I'm sure, is going to beat the Slowbro. It's designed to. I'm sure if you're going to trap it. Bloom Doom.
Oh my.
That is a lot of damage.
Grass Knot.
Yeah, it's Grass Knot. Wow.
That's the only grass move it gets.
I did not see that coming.
That's very smooth.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is. Yeah, I like that a lot. Very nice.
Yeah, like...
Well done.
And even, man, it's like... It has to be some investment, too. Like, it looks like it should do, like, 60-ish%. And even, like, Neutral Nature does 70% max. So like that's like a lot of special attack on the Zygarde.
He specifically designed the Zygarde to do this because if you look, if you're reading off the calcs like that, this is invested. So very nice. It seems that Kcric was able to pull off his lore effectively at the cost of maybe 30% on Celesteela.
Yeah,
not bad, I'd say.
Honestly, so it looks like the 1,000. Yeah, so it might even be like a more special attacking based Zygarde. Huh. This is an interesting spread.
It could possibly be like, does it get Focus Blast?
I don't think
so. I don't
so.
know what you would need that for.
No, I'm not sure.
Enforcer, like, because you need some way to damage the Latios, I would assume.
Yeah.
Which,
probably
Core Enforcer,
Draco
Meteor.
Draco Meteor, yeah. It has something.
Yeah.
But I think if you're running a lot, I don't think you're going to take a Latios hit anyway.
Yeah, I'm talking about on the Switch, because like if you're not arrows, like you can't you can bring in your Latios because it doesn't hit grounded moves. The 1,000.
And Outrage is like Outrage seems kind of tough to lock into, like if you are a Zygarde. So like Latios isn't the worst, switching if you had to. But now Latios is the switching.
The devil.
Yeah. Ice Beam or Draco, I mean, it's probably going to switch, but how much do you really want to...
Yeah, I think you need to go to Necrozma here because the Ice Beam is just...
Yeah.
Genius is in no position to predict here. I think you just Ice Beam, hit the Necrozma, and then you have a Muck to, get a knockoff off on the following turn. So that's kind of how I would see this going.
Especially with the backup ground, it kind of, like, I think you want to save... Kcric could be aggressive and stay in, predicting Latios to do something weird. Because you do have Stunfisk to, like, take on Zeraora in the back.
Right. And you could just say that this Zygarde has burned through, whatever it needed to. But at the same time, it's nearly at full health.
Exactly.
It's able to take off the Excadrill, attack the Muck. I think those are really valuable. So I personally wouldn't risk the Zygarde.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I think going into, like, Celesteela or... Necrozma makes sense here.
Right, so we do see the Celesteela come in.
Calm Mind.
Calm Mind.
Okay.
You were right. He could have punished big time by...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Draco would have killed anyway.
Yeah, you would... Actually, that's kind of nice because you're not in danger of Grass Move or... And you could probably know it's got specially invested somehow. So a Calm Mind, taking a Dragon hit, maybe it's worth the trade-off for you.
Maybe,
and it would also require Kcric.
It could be weakness policy.
That is true as well. We have not seen an item.
But then you just get revenge killed by Manchow or Beedrill. Like I was saying, maybe it's like Salac Berry or something like that, and it can take the hit. And like +1 Latios is going to be doing a hefty chunk to the team.
Exactly.
Especially like, and if you're like, even if you're like a 25%, like Stunfisk isn't going to kill. And +1 special defense from Latios.
Yeah, Stunfisk doesn't threaten you to begin with.
Unless for Sucker Punch, that could be an option.
Banded Black Glasses Sucker Punch.
Yeah. So +1 Thunderbolt, not doing a lot.
He is not Life Orb.
No.
But he is still 2-hit KO'd regardless.
Yeah, so that's honestly fine for him. Oh.
What the?
Oh.
DDCM?
DDCM. Wow. So I was saying that just speed on Latios is like +1 speed Latios, whether it's Scarf or like Salac Berry, Dragon Dance, like it's really tough to revenge kill. I guess like E-Speed Zygarde could be an option. But I don't know if it isn't. I don't know if it's E-Speed.
Well, we'll find out.
What, 1,000 waves plus Grass Knot?
Grass Knot? Yeah,
it seems tough to run extreme speed on that. But yeah, this is going to be tough for Kcric to revenge kill. And Thunderbolt's going to kill. Maybe if he had Protect, it might have been a roll. But we don't know.
Quite possibly.
So the Stunfisk comes out.
Sword Power. Okay.
And Foul
Play. That's fair.
That's cool.
That's a very nice Sword Power. 50% to a Stunfisk. Very good because it's worn down for the Zeraora.
Yeah.
Probably putting it in range of a +Z move
Yeah,
or
sure.
Combine Hidden Power Ice. Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that's a good call out. Yeah, but I think Stunfisk still takes like on Zeraora fine. Like Grassnot's not going to be doing a ton to it.
Yeah, as long as you preserve your berry, like you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like it's it has to be at 25%, right? How does the percent berries work? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, 25%, unless you're gluttony like Muck. Muck would get it at this range.
Yeah, that's how it works. Citrus is 50%.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So Geniusx takes an opportunity to set Stealth Rock, which is I'd consider a priority.
Yeah.
With the Beach Earl.
Mm-hmm. And
just
that's it. Like, I mean, you're probably honestly killing the Beedrill no matter. I mean, maybe not, but you're probably killing the Beedrill from 100% with the Excadrill or the Zeraora. Like, I'm sure they're going to be one of the two that's going to be try to sweep this game.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Mienshow's still looking pretty. Like, if it's Choice Scarf, like, it's still looking pretty scary, even with like Gigalith around.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We do see the Stunfisk slowly but surely chipping the Gigalith. Toxic.
Okay.
Maybe anticipating the Necrozma to come in.
Yeah, I mean, this is just wasting sand turns, so I think you're fine in Kcric's situation, like stalling this out as long as possible. Now the Gigalith can come in later on, but like this is fine. Oh, Taunt Muck. Okay.
Probably to prevent like a Resto Chesto set for some reason.
Oh, that's all good call. Just staying healthy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I had Taunt on Muck for a while, and then realized I didn't have Recycle, so.
Yeah, it's hard to fit those moves on Muck.
Yeah, I know for sure. I had Muck for, I think last LD season. It's like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of I don't think I'm a fan of it anymore. Like,
oh, I love this Pokemon so much.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess like maybe I played it too predictably, but like I feel like it can be taken advantage of. But I guess if you're creative with it, it's cool. But it's like so good at like what it normally does anyway that I feel like I didn't need to be creative.
The opportunity cost to like run like Assault Vest or some type of like cheeky Muck set just isn't worth it most times. But I like the Pokemon. I think its typing is so cool.
Yeah, for sure.
The recycle mechanic, I think it abuses it the best in Gen 7, so that's why I'm a fan.
Oh no, it definitely does. That's fair. So yeah, Geniusx gets its berry back. Not a whole lot there, but I mean, what switches into the Zygarde? Really nothing. 1,000 waves.
Right. We do see the cost of being a special Zygarde.
Yeah.
Is that you're not able to effectively deal with this Muck because Muck is so specially defensive.
Yeah. Well, you're dealing 50%, so like you'll probably what's the PP of 1,000 waves? 14. And recycles.
So recycle is 15.
Yeah. So you're about the same. I guess you can go and do this PP stalwart.
Yeah.
But I think the Zygarde
he's not like
comes out on top.
Yeah.
You're just going for a knockoff, probably because you're gonna just let the Muck die, and then have one Sandstorm turn left, and then you'll bring in the Gigalith and set up Sand again. But it didn't feel like you accomplished a whole lot there. It's just getting a tiny bit of chip on the Zygarde, and basically the Stunfisk is dead, which I guess opens up the Zeraora to do more stuff.
Right. Yeah, so it becomes the Stunfisk. It's not a berry. Oh. Okay.
Explosion. Okay. That's fine. He just wants to get the Excadrill in. And like Excadrill coming in is definitely problematic. It's still 100%. Like Mienshao can't revenge kill unless it's super bulky, which it could be super bulky. Just based on how the speed tiers are. It could definitely live a non-Z move Earthquake.
Right. I think that's why you subbed against me to just make me take a Life Orb recoil hit. Because I was actually out of range of just a raw Earthquake earlier. So
yeah,
this Mienshao could possibly take a hit. I wouldn't discount that.
Necrozma comes out. I feel like I Sword Stance here. If I'm the Excadrill.
If you're, I think this is the only opportunity.
Yeah.
To Sword Stance.
Huh. I don't know why.
It's interesting because I think Zygarde would be the only Pokemon that you could just bring in and prevent a Swords Dance.
Yeah, unless the Excadrill was like balloon or something, but I think that seems pretty niche against the Zygarde.
Yeah.
But I felt like Zygarde was a pretty decent switch in. You probably take a hit. You probably don't take Hidden Power Ice from the Zeraora. But what's the Zygarde?
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. You're really the 10th. But yeah, I feel like you just Swords Dance here and probably win. You have enough sand turns to do that. I don't think Necrops is going to kill with any, maybe like a Life Orb Heat Wave. I don't know if that would kill an Excadrill. Really depends how bulky the... I wasn't really that bulky on the Excadrill.
I think like Earthquake is like the only thing you can anticipate.
Heat Wave does like a lot of damage to Excadrill, so depending.
Right, but I would say that because it gives you coverage against the Muck and also the Zeraora.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. Yeah, it could be Earthquake.
Yeah, Heat Wave is nice though in case you're like a Shuka Excadrill for some odd reason.
Yeah, but physical.
Rely on the body.
Yeah, I don't think like the Necrops is not going to do a whole. Maybe like Dark Pulse or something for Nalati. Yeah, so I guess special could work, but I think you're saying physical makes more sense. Yeah, or even like mixed. They'll also hit like the Slowbro.
This one Necrozma can do anything.
Yeah, it's not Z moves, so, and like I really like Z move on the Necrozma, so, but it's hard to pass up on Z moves on the Celesteela and the Zygarde.
Yeah, arguably two of the best Z crystal users.
Exactly.
Well, the Celesteela is the best. Let's be honest.
See, I don't know. I don't think it needs Z moves. I think I ran no Z moves Selly in one league I was in fairly recently.
I don't think it does, but your ceiling, I think, you just become one of the best ones to exist if you have it.
Oh, for sure.
So to not even have the option, just ludicrous to me. But it definitely does not need it to function. Oh, so we see Earth. So we see Earth Power. This is special, like you had mentioned.
Yeah. Huh.
Quite unfortunate that did not secure the KO.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like modest, it usually doesn't kill. And I guess unless if the Zygarde has extreme speed, like Excadrill just wins.
This Excadrill needs to probably was prepared to take some type of hit. Oh, that just raw drops.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna live. Yeah, I think Excadrill just wins. Oh, that's of Zygarde's E-Speed. Let's see. No, it's not. You probably don't even need to burn the Z move, honestly, but there's no reason not to use it. Huh.
Right.
Yeah, this is just a weird like, I feel like you have to go Zygarde there to make sure it doesn't set up a Swords Dance. Like, it just seemed too obvious that this was going to happen.
I think Kcric really underestimated the Necrozma's ability to prevent the Swords Dance, because it seemed like he had control of that match for he did a very good job. Like, up until that point, that one decision really just reversed course of this whole game. And like, obviously we have the benefit of not playing and just reacting to things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But, yeah, I think he's really kicking himself for not going into that Zygarde, or at least if he felt not confident in Zygarde's ability to check the Excadrill somehow. Like, maybe Tectonic Rage from Raw Drill was enough, depending on his spread, because we did see it was a very specially invested Zygarde, so maybe it was mixed offensive, not a whole lot of bulk.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a ton of physical attack on the Zygarde. So maybe, I guess he would know whatever, if the roll from the crossbow was a better chance than the roll from 1,000 Arrows on the Zygarde.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the case where the crossbow had a better chance to theoretically kill.
Which is interesting, but
yeah,
hey, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah, I guess he really
said, I think. Oh, you can continue.
No, I guess, I mean, at this point in the game, he really didn't have a choice. So, like, Genius was setting himself up to give himself the opportunity to Swords Dance. And, like, I guess you had to, especially if you saw that Zygarde was 1,000 Waves, Grass Knot. Would it be 1,000 Arrows? I guess it's But what
Potentially,
thousand?
because like I mentioned,
1,000 arrows and 1,000 waves
saving-
are both the same base power.
right. I don't actually think you could have both. Can you?
Oh, is that? I think I know this. I have no idea.
Well, you're the Wi-Fi player.
Yeah, that means I don't know anything. I'm the Wi-Fi player, my ass.
But I think Kcric did a really good job up until that. It just shows you how close these DPL games can be. You know, you prep, you play very well, and you know, just if you're not 100% paying attention or aware of the game state, simple decisions like this don't turn out to be that simple, and you cost yourself the game. I feel like he cost himself the game. Maybe he
did he though?
Maybe this role was just never in his favor, and he did the best he could.
Yeah, like
He had to gamble.
yeah,
You don't
maybe.
know.
I mean, he might not have had a choice. Like if Beedrill came in, it was gonna die, especially with rocks coming up. But it probably died anyway. Mienshao coming out would have, assumingly, died. I guess he knew it would have died to an earthquake. But if it was like a bulkier Mienshao, we don't know anything about the Mienshao. It didn't even U-turn turn 1.
Didn't attack. It didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Like Mienshao, if it's like, it could live the hit depending on what the bulk is, even after rocks. But like he knew that it was a low chance in his favor for Necrozma and the Zygarde to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he didn't have a
For
choice.
sure.
But I don't think Genius really, like, he played the Excadrill endgame well. Like, it seemed like he was wasting turns, like, maybe around, like, the first time the Gigalith came in. Like, the setup stand, like, I thought that was, like, a good opportunity to explode. But he was really making sure, like, he got that little, like, 20% chip on the Zygarde, got the Toxic on the Stunfisk, and was able to kill it eventually, like, between the Muck and the Gigalith. Like,
Yeah, either setting up his Excadrill or one option or the other, giving himself some type of window for both. Especially after taking that Slowbro lure very early in the game.
yeah.
So yeah, you got to give it up to Genius.
Yeah, and
These two players know each other very well, by the way. So like they are in each other's heads. They've helped each other prep for many years. So
yeah.
there's also that aspect to this game.
Yeah, and I think Kcric played it pretty well too. Like, I think it was just, this might have been the best game we've highlighted so far. Like, even though it ended with like a 4-mon Excadrill sand sweep, like, it was impressive that Genius got to that position.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of
stuff.
stuff.
There was a lot of stuff that preceded that, and the execution was great. So I applaud both of these players.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a great game to highlight. Well, thank you, Greg, for hopping on and doing this. This is a fun time. It's been a while since we've talked. Like, especially like LD.
It really has been.
Season's been done.
Yeah, that season was so long ago. Maybe a couple of months. DPL kind of just sucks everybody's attention.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm honest, like
everyone else is doing their own thing.
Well, I was saying I'm gonna do like 1 league for now on, and then maybe 2, and it's like I'm doing a lot more now than I thought I was gonna do. I thought I was gonna like hold off on playing Mons until the end of the generation. Like I had one Wi-Fi league planned until whenever the new game comes out at the end of November. And
well, you're telling me. I thought I was retired, and I'm in a league, or not in a league. I'm in a tournament right now. So.
Yeah. Well, I thought the Draft League World Championships was like a tournament.
No,
like we drafted teams at tournament. It's a 9-week league, and then it's like brackets after that, which is fine. Like I've known Otto is like one of the first people I've met in the showdown scene, so like I'll do anything for him. But like, yeah, it's a lot more of a commitment than I wanted it to be, especially when I signed up for all this Mugon stuff too.
Right,
and we got totally see it. And what's the other thing that you told me to sign up for? The sports circuit.
Oh, the sports circuit, yeah.
Yep. I guess I'll do that too.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a whole lot of mods on your plate.
Maybe I'll do another random team and see how it goes.
That's the spirit. We gotta get gotta run it back with this muck. You said you didn't play.
Yeah, it's a veteran. It's got to be worse than Gen 8.
Yeah, it is objectively.
Yeah,
but
of course
I like it still.
No, okay.
Yeah, we should wrap up.
It sounds good. But yeah, let me know who I should have for week 7, and then it'll be playoffs after that. I have a couple ideas for people. I think I still have one more slot that I'm debating about who I'm gonna add in, but we'll see. But yeah, let me know below.
Totally fine. You've had some great guests. I've been honored to be one of them. So thank you.
Yes. No, it's been a really fun series. It gives me an excuse to talk to some friends that I haven't talked to in a long time.
For sure.
Yeah. But all right. Until next time. Later, guys.
See ya.